Have you ever wondered how some people achieve incredible things, how they build successful businesses, master difficult skills, or maintain amazing physical fitness, seemingly without effort? The secret isn't some innate talent they were born with, it's something much more accessible. Something you can cultivate right now. It's the power of discipline. A concept mastered over centuries by Japanese monks. And today, we're going to unlock their ancient wisdom to transform your own life. Imagine a life where you're in complete control. Where you don't just dream about your goals, you systematically achieve them. Where procrastination is a thing of the past, and you wake up every day with a clear purpose and the energy to pursue it. This isn't a fantasy. This is the reality that discipline can build. The Japanese monks, living in serene temples, have long understood that true freedom doesn't come from doing whatever you want, whenever you want. It comes from mastering yourself. Let's start with their first principle, sucess, or the beginner's mind. When we approach a task, especially one we've done before, our ego often gets in the way. We think we know it all. But sucess teaches us to approach everything with the curiosity and openness of a beginner. This means being willing to learn, to make mistakes, and to see things from a fresh perspective. When you adopt a beginner's mind, you remove the pressure to be perfect. You simply focus on the act of doing, which is the very first step of discipline. Think about learning a new language. If you're afraid of mispronouncing a word, you'll never speak. But if you embrace the beginner's mind, you'll practice, you'll laugh at your mistakes, and eventually, you'll become fluent. The next powerful concept is kaizen, which means continuous improvement. This is the opposite of the all-or-nothing approach that trips so many of us up. We decide we want to get fit, so we vow to go to the gym for 2 hours every single day. After 3 days, we're exhausted and quit. Kaizen offers a gentler, more sustainable path. It's about making tiny, incremental improvements every single day. Instead of 2 hours at the gym, what if you just did 5 push-ups? The next day, maybe 6. Or maybe just 5 again. The point isn't the size of the step, it's the consistency. These small, daily actions compound over time, leading to massive transformations. James Clear, in his book Atomic Habits, talks about this exact idea. Getting just 1% better every day means you'll be 37 times better by the end of the year. That's the magic of Kaizen. Now, how do you stay consistent? The monks have a practice for that, too. It's about creating a dojo for your life. A dojo is a sacred space for training. For the monks, it's the temple. For you, it could be your desk, a corner of your room, or your local park. This space should be dedicated to your practice, whatever that may be. When you enter your dojo, you signal to your brain that it's time to focus. Keep it clean and free of distractions. This simple act of creating a dedicated environment makes it infinitely easier to show up and do the work. You're not relying on willpower alone, you're using your environment to support your discipline. Another key is kanso, or simplicity. We live in a world of endless distractions. Our phones are buzzing, our calendars are overflowing, and our minds are cluttered. Kanso teaches us to eliminate the non-essential. Look at your life, your goals, and your daily routines. What can you remove? What's draining your energy without adding value? This could mean deleting social media apps that make you feel bad, saying no to commitments that don't align with your goals, or even just decluttering your physical space. By simplifying your life, you create more mental and emotional space to focus on what truly matters. Discipline isn't about adding more tasks, it's often about doing less, but with greater focus. Of course, there will be days when you don't feel like it. Days when your motivation is zero. This is where the monks' understanding of suffering, or dukkha, comes in. They don't run from discomfort, they accept it as a natural part of life and practice. The modern world tells us to seek pleasure and avoid pain at all costs. But growth doesn't happen in the comfort zone. When you feel that resistance, that urge to quit, that's your moment. That's the point where discipline is forged. Acknowledge the feeling. I don't want to do this right now. But then, do it anyway. This practice of sitting with discomfort builds immense mental fortitude. Every time you push through that resistance, you're casting a vote for your future self. You're proving that your long-term goals are more important than your short-term feelings. And this brings us to the ultimate purpose of this discipline, Ikigai, your reason for being. Your Ikigai is the intersection of what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you can be paid for. It's your North Star. Discipline without a purpose is just a chore. But when your daily actions are connected to a deep sense of meaning, they become a joyful expression of who you are. The monks' daily rituals of cleaning, meditating, and chanting aren't just tasks, they are a physical manifestation of their spiritual purpose. So, take some time to reflect. What is your Ikigai? Why do you want to be more disciplined? Is it to build a better life for your family? To create art that inspires others? To achieve physical health so you can live a long, active life? When you have a clear why, the how becomes so much easier. Let's recap how you can apply this ancient wisdom today. First, adopt the beginner's mind. Let go of your ego and be open to learning. Second, practice Kaizen. Focus on making tiny, 1% improvements every single day. Consistency is your superpower. Third, create your dojo. Designate a specific, clean space for your practice to minimize friction. Fourth, embrace Kanso. Simplify your life by eliminating distractions and non-essential commitments. Fifth, learn to sit with discomfort, acknowledge resistance. Then act anyway. This is where real strength is built. And finally, connect it all to your Ikigai. Let your deep sense of purpose fuel your daily discipline. Discipline is not about punishment or restriction. It's the ultimate form of self-care. It's the bridge between the person you are today and the person you are capable of becoming. It's the path to a life of purpose, achievement, and profound inner peace. The wisdom of the Japanese monks has stood the test of time for a reason. It works. Start small, stay consistent, and watch as your life transforms in ways you can't yet imagine. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey today. If this video resonated with you, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more content on building a better, more intentional life. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Which of these principles will you start applying today? Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.